Hello, as you can probably tell, I'm doing something a bit different now. Apologies for this very amateur attempt. It's one thing making videos when you're behind the camera, and it's something altogether different when you're actually in front of the camera. So I take my hats off to guys like Steve Benway and all the other guys I subscribe to because it's not easy. Now, what I'm actually going to do tonight, or today I should say, it's actually Sunday afternoon. I used to write for, there was an online magazine called Way of the Rodent. We used to publish, it was basically an online magazine which we published. I think we first started publishing it back, I don't know, probably about 8, 9 years ago. And it ran for about 2, 3 years, if not more. It was really popular. Now, I was one of the sort of writers, I mean, there was a lot of contributors to the website, and I was one of them. Because the magazine is no longer available online, I was looking through some of the articles I'd actually put together, and I think they're worth sharing. So what I'm planning to do here, I've just noticed I thought I was looking at the camera, but I was actually looking to the side, so apologies. So what I'm planning to do is just to read out, obviously in my own voice, the articles that I wrote for this magazine, see what you think of them. So what I'm going to do, I'm standing or I'm sitting down, holding the phone, pointing at my face here. I'm going to be looking at the camera, looking at my PC screen. So apologies for not looking facing the screen. Anyway, this was the first article that I wrote. Now, as a lot of you may know, I'm called Mamemeister on the internet. I'll not bore you with you how I actually got that name, but it's quite boring. But needless to say, it does relate to Mame. The first article I wrote was called Gamer and Proud. Now, to fill you in the background, I first started working in Rulco, which was a superstore version of Woolworths back in the 80s. It was a great store. It sold everything. It sold mopeds, clothes, or a cafe. It sold everything. You could virtually go in there at Christmas time and buy all your presents. Anyway, one of the guys I used to work with, Robert, his nickname was Toe. Don't ask me why, no idea. But anyway, he was a guy I used to work with. I used to collect shopping trolleys, as did Toe. We were still at school. We were about 16, 17 years old. So just bear with me, and I'll start and see how it goes. You can give me your comments. If it goes doing quite well, then I'll read another article, see how it goes. So anyway, Mainmeister, Gamer and Proud. Picture, if you will, a young man known to his friends only as Alan. On first impressions, he appears to be a well-rounded, typical boy in the street, always polite and courteous, often referred to by old people as a nice young man. However, 17-year-old Alan, an award-winning Wilco employee, that was true by the way, I got nominated for being extra polite, an award-winning Wilco employee for being kind to pensioners, harbours a hidden secret. Alan is one of the growing underground misfits known only as a gamer. Friday the 15th of November 1985, Woolcote, Livingston. Toe. So what are you up to tonight then? Alan, not sure. Probably go to the Parry Lamp with a couple of mates you can. What about yourself? Parry Lamp was a pub. Toe, oh, we're going to Melville's. Me, Willies, Anthony and a few other birds. Alan, well, have a good time. I might see you there. Thinking, lucky bastard. He's going out with all the happening cool guys and the best looking girls, and the highlight of my night might be getting my pirate copy of Hyperbiker to load. Back in 1985, I had two lives. One, the social animal who frequented the Dreadnought, a biker's heavy metal rock disco that had been there since the 50s, and by the looks of it was still inhabited by some of the original punters. It was dirty, sleazy, and was straight out of an American biker flick. The utterly predictable music was all part of the appeal. As you opened the double doors, Lynyrd Skynyrd's Sweet Home Alabama greeted you, as did the neon lights and the smell of hash. Immediately we would jostle for the best view of the dance floor. As the night went on, the place would fill with oddbods and misfits like leftovers from a Christmas quality street tin. There were fat guys with handlebar moustaches, skinny guys with big afros, and loads of John Bon Jovi wannabes. The women were all pale in complexion and favoured black gear, goths they call them now. I didn't drive a bike or have long hair, but I had membership into this fraternity because I was mates with my mate Hendo, who everyone knew, and that allowed me to be there. I did have my Power Slave t-shirt, which kept me credible, and it was only ever worn when I was there. These were the days when tapping a bird on the shoulder meant she was obligated to dance with you. Halfway through the night, it started. Angus! Angus! Suddenly the floor would clear and then fill with all these hairy blokes who would always unconsciously form a circle like some ancient pagan ceremony, air guitaring to the sounds of Maiden and AC/DC. The obligatory Alone by Heart or John Waite's Missing You would bring the night to a close before the Chips taxi, sick in the gutter, bed routine would ensue. Number 2, the nerdy 18-year-old who would be praying for payday so he could pick up the latest SAP 64 gold medal instead of a new pair of jeans or aftershave to wear on the Saturday like the rest of his colleagues. One Saturday I bought Ghostbusters and took it up to the Wilco staff canteen to have a look. To avoid detection, I was carefully reading the box while it was still in the bag when my mate Paul came up and asked what I was looking at. Oh, nothing, I said, just a game for my wee brother's birthday. I never did have a wee brother, or indeed any brother, and so the living in denial started. It was a secret only my parents and fellow nerdy friends knew of. I never discussed it with anyone, and indeed I played dumb whenever the subject of computer games came up. One afternoon I was working in accounts and making a bit of progress with a feisty blonde called Antoinette when a workmate, Bill, labelled Super Mario by my boss who thought it was preposterous that a grown man of 30-something should be into computer games, wandered in. After spotting me, he shouted across the room, "All right, Alan, just to let you know, I've got another 10 games yesterday. How are you getting on with Exploding Fist?" "I think it's brilliant," to which I replied, "Oh, that's good," or something similarly non-interesting, and turned away as quickly as possible and resumed working, hoping no one had noticed. 10 minutes later, the fucker walked up to me and laid down a handful of budget computer games on my desk, right in full view of Antoinette and other accounts girls. I felt as if I'd just been ousted as some kind of pervert. Every now and again, my sorry hobby would be made public, usually at some wedding or social occasion. Women would be discussing their hubby's football or golf addiction when the subject would turn to me and they would ask my then wife, "Oh, what does Alan do? Is he into football or something?" "No," she would reply, "he spends all his time playing computer games." I felt like a fucking leper. 1994, I just got my profit-related pay bonus. Having persuaded my ex-wife we were going to split the cash and buy something we both wanted, I'd already decided on a SNES, having been won over by Pilot Wings. I went into Tandy one afternoon and gave the impression I was browsing the hi-fis, although my gaze was fixed firmly on the SNES compendium pack over to the left. "Can I help you?" the Daz-shirted assistant asked. Yes, I'm looking for a computer thing for my son." "I see, sir. What exactly is it you're after?" "I think it's called a Sega Nintendo something." It was obvious, or so I hoped, that I was the least computery person in the whole fucking world. "Well, actually, sir, those are two different consoles, but we only stock the Super Nintendo system." I see," I replied. "Is that the Nintendo Game Boy then?" "No, this console plugs into the television," he offered. "You know what? I think I'll just take it, mate. I'm fed up with trailing round the shops looking for this silly computer thing." And then for extra authenticity, I added, "He'd better like it." I paid for it using my debit card and took the bag from the assistant. 10 minutes later, I'm up the road embarking on level 2 of Super Mario All-Stars. 18 years on, Sony's involvement in the industry has made my interest almost credible. Heck, I even discussed my newly acquired Vectrex with a boss at work today. So I want to take this opportunity here and now to say, my name is Alan and I play computer games. And Antoinette did eventually succumb to my charms. Indeed, I think she was quite taken with my skill at match point. Anyway, guys, that's the end of the first article. I hope you've enjoyed it. Give me your feedback. If you enjoyed it, then I'll read out some more. Okay, thanks for watching.